Brilliant defensive mind. Roberts and Roy Gilbain at the monitor right now. Tennessee ball.
Tennessee ball. If you're Tennessee, really good execution right here. You have to know what you're doing. If you make the shot, you have to know what you're doing. If you don't make the shot, and for Texas, defensive energy and intensity. Defend without fouling. Force a tough contested shot.
Walker to inbound. They're looking for Horston. Tip in. Alexis dive! Drops it! Still Texas ball, first tie since it was 29 all.
Two great looks. Really good. See it in the hands of Harmon to make a play.
Harmon kicks. Shot goes up by Matharu into the hands of Key. Jump ball possession arrow pointing to Tennessee.
And Kelly Harper just pleading with the official. I mean, she was trying to call timeout. She wanted to move the ball. And you can see her right there. I was yelling timeout. We had the ball. Angelica Suffren is communicating with her about what she was seeing.
So Tennessee calls this timeout. They'll have 2 left. Texas has 1.
Yeah, that's not the best shot you can get. If you want to be able to get this last shot, you have the last possession. It's a tie ball game. You don't want to give Tennessee another opportunity. A step back 3 is not exactly what you want if you're Vic Schaefer.
So 5.1 seconds. Tennessee will have time. They advance the ball, of course. All eyes on Horston?
Yeah, Jordan Horston has to get the ball. She's going to get the ball. She's going to go to the rim, make a play, or get to the foul line.
And if you're Texas, what are you doing defensively?
If you're Texas, you have to try to get Tennessee to catch the ball out beyond the three-point line. You've got to pressure the basketball. You have to force a tough contested shot without fouling. And you don't want any direct entries. You've got to make sure every pass is beyond the three-point line.
Tennessee looking for its second-ranked win. Texas doing the same. Just 4 games into the season. What a thriller this is. Something changed for Tennessee in that 4th quarter. They were outscored 21-10 in the 3rd quarter. They have outscored Texas 20-10 in the 4th quarter.
Well, what a great call by Kelly Harper to change defenses.
Yeah.
I mean, to go to the 2-3 zone, extended 2-3, it just really put Texas in a bind. They struggled to move the basketball. They didn't get in attack mode. And then Tennessee got to the foul line. You know, they forced Texas to defend without fouling. It didn't happen, and they knocked down free throws.
So it'll be Sarah Puckett on the inbounds. Tennessee will stack their players. Horston in the back of that. And now Vic Schaefer will call it timeout.
Now the chess match.
Yep, he sees what they come out in. That's Texas's final timeout.
Sees the setup. If it's something he's seen before on film, he's going to go to his team. He's going to talk about their coverage.
Vic Schaefer was known as the Secretary of Defense when he was on Gary Blair's staff at Texas A&M. They won a 2011 national championship. This is his moment. This is his thing, the defense.
You know, coaches get excited about these moments. They get excited about end-of-game situations, and for Vic Schaefer to be on the defensive end of the floor in an end-of-game situation, you're absolutely right. It's where he excels.
So Tennessee will show something different now out of this timeout. Joanne Allen-Taylor is guarding Jordan Horston, number 25 in white.
I would expect a switch to deny. Don't let Horston touch the ball.
Here she goes. Horston, short. Extra basketball in Knoxville. Tied up at 59 all, and we're going to overtime.
What a great defensive possession. I mean, that would have been a heck of a shot by Jordan Horston, but what a really good defensive possession. The switch by Ebo, the contest. You play it exactly how you want to play it. Force her to catch the ball out near half court. Good screen, great switch by Ebo, and that's a tough look. A tough look. But I'm ready for extra time. How about you?
I am locked in and ready.
And then get her moving out. See how stagnant Texas offense is right now.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Foul on Tennessee.
And that's one of those plays where you want somebody driving it, kicking it to Matharu for a shot or getting an easy look.
And that's the 5th foul on Tamari Key. She has made it tough on Texas down low. A triple-double today.
She's been outstanding on the defensive end of the floor. She's rebounded the basketball. You know, she's a capable scorer. Tennessee has to find as the season progresses to continue to give her looks. And Matharu an opportunity for 2, and then Texas coming right at you with the defense.
Matharu is so critical in that win over Stanford. She turned it up a notch, misses the first free throw.
A lot of missed free throws here today. Free throws are important, kids. Work on them.
I heard they're free.
That's the rumor. It'll be interesting to see if Kelly Harper uses a timeout if there's a make right here. She's got 1 left.
And Horston was calling the timeout immediately as she got the ball, as there's a Texas player down right now on the baseline. It's Audrey Warren. And they're going to go ahead and take her back to the locker room. So before that play, before Audrey Warren going down, Tennessee had called timeout. .9 seconds left on the clock. Tennessee's got the lead. Texas sees one of their own go down. And there's only a little amount of time in this ball game. They got to do something.
Yeah, and you can use this energy to create a turnover, which is what they're going to have to do, create a turnover or get a foul. And if you're Tennessee, getting the ball in bounds is the most important thing right now.
If you're Texas, do you foul immediately?
Yeah, I think if you don't get a steal, you may have one trap and foul. But the way these teams have shot free throws, I'd foul.
And Gaston will. Clock stops at 24.2. That'll send Alexis Dye to the free throw line. Props to Tennessee. The third quarter was tough. Texas dominated. The pressure was on. There was something extra behind the Longhorn effort, but Tennessee found a way to handle it.
Really regrouped in that fourth quarter. You know, as we said, the third quarters have belonged to Texas throughout the season so far, and the fourth quarters have belonged to Tennessee in each one of their games. Locked in defensively.
And Tennessee,
great hustle.
Oh, gets the ball back. Texas has got a foul.
What a play by Green. Extra efforts.
Kian Green working on her doctorate. Gets the ball back for Tennessee.
What a hustle play. Multiple levels of effort, keeping it alive for Tennessee. The bench is loving it.
Jordan Horston just tacking on another point to her career high. She's at 27.
Jordan Horston wants the ball in her hands right now. You can see her just oozing confidence.
Back-to-back 20-point games for Jordan Horston as she has helped Tennessee once again get back in the lead. She helped them, willed them to that win over USF in their last game. Texas has got to go. Blocking foul on Green. Clock stops with 2.5.
Roy Galbayan with the call in the restricted area. You got to be really happy if you're Kelly Harper with just the way that this team has responded, the struggles that they've had offensively. They've still continued to be locked in on the defensive end of the floor, getting more production from multiple players, beginning to find a little confidence, a little rhythm on the offensive end of the floor. And if you're Texas, you know, you're down two pretty important players. When you think about Kendall Hunter and Aaliyah Moore, and to continue to come into an environment and show what you're made of, you know, this is a team that's going to learn from this, of course, and continue to progress as they move on.
Green. The exclamation point. Tennessee is the real UT today. A 74-70 win over Texas in overtime. You count that bucket from Green, it makes it 76-70. Tennessee wins by 6.